Every day, she opens her eyes at 5:59, presses the tip of her tongue against the roof of her mouth, and silently counts to 123. Only then does she dare to get out of bed and sit, waiting for the ringing ring at exactly 6 o'clock. She is one of Madrid's top lawyers, but now, she has been cooped up at home for a year. Her slippers won't touch the carpet, and she even arranges her pills neatly from largest to smallest because she suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder. But the moment she opens the refrigerator, her life changes forever. The power goes out, and then she realizes her phone is about to go off. Instincts keep telling her that she must go out in order to survive. Actually, she wasn't born that way. The woman and her husband, also a lawyer, were deeply in love and pregnant, but soon before her trial, she accidentally lost her child. With her court appearance imminent, she needed to adjust her mindset, but she was still distracted in court. Her thoughts were suddenly interrupted by the banging of the gavel. The woman tried to plead with the judge to stop, but the judge dismissed her as unreasonable, so she grabbed the gavel from the judge's hand. From then on, the woman's life plummeted. She was later diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder and soon separated from her husband. The power outage was because her husband's company was facing bankruptcy. The best option now was to find work. She believed that with her inherent reputation in the industry, any law firm would be eager to work with her. However, the courtroom drama became a laughingstock within the industry. Furthermore, her obsessive-compulsive disorder was her biggest obstacle to her career. When she interviewed with a second firm, she discovered they shared the same concerns. The same was true for the third, until he met a former competitor, learned of her past actions, and still asked her to help with a lawsuit. Forced by financial difficulties, the woman immediately agreed. But upon arriving at the other company, she realized no one there was reliable. She listened carefully to the other party's case. It turned out that before the client's aunt fainted, she had frantically called for her niece to come and help. But before she could help, she plunged into the water and was now unconscious. A camera captured the incident. The niece, observing from the windowsill, did not offer any assistance. The woman said, "Unless the niece is crippled, the case is unwinnable." She politely declined and left. However, she returned the next day. She habitually counted the stairs, but her noise disturbed another girl who was also counting. When she arrived at the office, she discovered the girl she had just met was the client in the case. It dawned on her, the client also had obsessive-compulsive disorder, which was the fundamental reason she hadn't rescued her aunt. So how could she convince the judge? At this point, only obsessive-compulsive disorder could prove her compulsive disorder.